What's up, Off Access Podcast listeners? We've taken the show on the road today. We're down here in Camp North End, just north of Charlotte, checking out 704 Games and seeing what they have to offer here with NASCAR Heat 4 coming out. What'd you think?
Heat 4. It was good. I'm pumped to see this place and race some NASCARs.
Yeah, we're excited to get you guys inside, take a look around, and see what they got going on. So check it out.
All right, inside 704 Games, Zane, Ulysses, they're gonna give us a tour of this place and see what we can mess up, I guess, right?
Please don't mess anything up. It's very valuable and priceless at the same time.
Priceless.
Very
All right.
expensive, so.
What do we got first?
We got glass. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
This is probably the coolest building ever.
Yeah, we built everything. Yeah, by hand. Behind here, we don't tell anybody, but this is the Kozlowski pole.
Oh, that's it.
So
It's
if
in
you,
there.
if you take a look at the floor, Kozlowski came in here and did burnouts.
Oh,
And actually,
really?
these are all from him in his car. And behind this is a little pole he made. Behind you is our simulators. So we have 3 set up. History of our games from 704 on the walls.
I feel like there's helmets on a lot of these, and not one single one has off access on it yet, so kind of change that.
This is our nice little lounge with Kyle's helmet. I've tried to steal it a few times, got yelled at. Yeah. Daytona Memorabilia video. That's what it's called.
Look at that.
Yeah, these are seats from the original.
Do you want to sit on it?
Everything is made out of metal.
It's because it's got 15 coats of paint on it, too. They would just powder coated it off the bat and then paint some.
This is true. They only need somebody.
That's awesome. That's a cool
Yeah, that's mostly it. And then at the very beginning is my digital lounge where we shoot all our shows from internally.
See this video?
May or may not be correct.
Texas?
Take them to Atlanta. Let those tires drop off. Come on, Auto. I love them. Oh, the bumps at Auto Club?
Crazy bumps on Auto Club. Like we have like a proper track scan now, so all the bumps and ridges, all you can really feel it.
Like you're just bouncing down the back stretch.
Charlotte's bumpy enough.
Yes.
And the tire wear model is more realistic to this, where the first 8-10 laps you feel great, and after that, like your car drops by half second. It's really about the deltas at that point.
What's the damage like?
It's still the same damage of 3, so it's not that feel effect you got from like EA and the early heat titles of like 2002.
He's got a whole iRacing setup that he likes. He sits down there.
It's just what you have to do. Sometimes you have to use the
You're
word.
bottom feeder.
These guys will get out of the way.
You're around 50 laps.
No, we're running out of 3.
There you go. Oh, should have correct. We're like,
I'm just gonna make it in the front real quick.
remember when Junior ripped that oil cooler out of the thing at Texas, dipping the left front off?
Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
Oh, and I'm going through the field in this view. You guys use the out of the car view.
We're adding this to Greg's
Get paid.
resume. Camera guy.
It helps me. It helps turn when we use some brake. That's the first time I've touched the brakes the whole time. We found the wall. There it is.
Oh, we just gave you the load.
All right, brought in the champ here to dial in our setups because we're not good at video games. Also not good at
Holy cow! Did you see that?
no good.
That was crazy. NASA Motorsports. Oh, brakes.
Oh my god.
Switch it up normal.
Oh,
Yep. This is
in the fence.
There it
In
is.
the
There it
fence.
is.
Wait, the practice?
Making sure it's still there.
It's crazy how much wider the straightaways feel in here than in real life. I don't know why. Like outside of I wonder if that's what it is.
Oh my
Can you change
gosh.
the view and go inside the car and see that yellow button inside?
Yeah. about normal today. See this picture, so I need to see how slow this guy goes. See if Paul celebrates after this. They've all got rain sides up. We got cool pickups. We do. Cool shot again. There we go.
Look at that.
They got the real gassing.
It waited a while to get off the wall.
Come on, Paul. You no point. Come on, Paul. I'm gonna get excited at all. I like it.
He's driving his own car. Oh, really?
I have big news.
That Bojangles is now adding melty cheddary pimento cheese to their Cajun filet biscuit?
Yeah. Bojangles made the perfect biscuit even perfecter. How'd you know?
You're eating one right now.
Good point.
Two Southern greats that taste great together. Try Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit with our new pimento cheese. Only here for a limited time. Bojangles. It's bow time, y'all.
Hi folks, Mike Bagley here. At MRN, we rely on equipment from Racing Electronics.
Joey Logano to the lead on the back straightaway.
Racing Electronics has scanners and headphones. We can listen to every uncensored conversation between driver and crew.
You won the championship, baby, yeah!
And when we need live audio, in-car cameras, and up-to-the-second statistics, we use their latest handheld unit called Legend. To learn more about these products and many others, visit racingelectronics.com. Racing Electronics, the official two-way communication partner of MRN.
Here's what we got going on here. We have dirt late models, Bristol dirt track. Me versus Greg. Winner of this gets to race an actual dirt late model racer. Scott Bloomquist's nephew, Tyler Reddick. 2 wins.
It'll be me, probably. Okay. This is for all the marbles here.
Fill the wheels.
Like 100?
Seriously, how many laps?
It will say as soon as you start. Cross the start ball.
Oh my gosh.
There goes that qualifying advantage.
Oh, you guys brought out a caution under the stage.
Stage 1 complete.
We set it up so in case people, because in certain tracks they have day-night transitions between stages.
Oh,
so
wow.
we add those stages so you have day and then darkness.
That's cool.
Yeah. It also creates good heat races if you're wanting to try to create like a heat for your buddies.
Oh, dude. My car's so jumped.
We used to get 40 guys together and run 2 lobbies of 20, and then top 10 would transfer to the final main, and we would run like a real
That would
big
be
track.
fun. My car's jumped. Oh my gosh.
You guys keep bringing out cautions, or somebody's bringing out cautions in front of you.
Is that a... I didn't see. He might have brought a caution, so...
So this is it? This is the run to the
We
end?
don't need to pit, do we?
No.
I mean, I might do it. I have no spoiler left.
Where's the family laps to go?
It will pop up in the upper left-hand corner once you cross the start-finish line. There you go. 7 of 13.
Where are you going?
Bad wheel spin there.
Good. I'm digging through this.
Bouncing off the fence like Bobby Beers.
No.
Oh. I'm going in front. If you quit this up. I got the top rolling. You just gotta use the fencer's grip there on the way
There's
up.
not grip there.
I feel like Chris Ferguson, Carolina.
Represent.
2-lap shootout.
Oh, I'm coming through here.
Drove it in there. And
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
And you're done.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're done. No, we're not making
No.
You're dead. You're gonna get evil messages, Tyler. Did you get to see those yet?
I haven't seen yours.
Oh, I went all out. Like in a good way.
Yeah.
I got very animated.
Nice.
I was hoping someone had heard about them by now.
I usually don't look at the messages in career mode because I try to race it real, so
Gosh,
There's only
dang
one
it.
person I'm going to hit to every time. It's the guy
Rigged.
The Dirt Series.
Very
there's an
rigged.
employee that's still in the game.
Not happy.
Yeah.
Out.
What happened, Greg? All that content. I'm not saying anything until it's over.
Nothing.
I think he's just.
How many Xfinity races have you won this year?
Yeah. How many? I've got double the Xfinity championships that you have.
Oh,
Just so you know. One's cute. But I think I have 2 or 3 rings at the house. Nobody keeps track of Xfinity.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, there's my attempt at that. You put me in my place real quick. Big moment right here. Oh god, we're gonna wreck for you. Oh wait, I'm on the bottom. I just forgot about that.
As you killed everyone.
I was like, why am I going left? I'm turning right. Alright.
No, Randy Joy always said, you run the back of the squirrels and eventually you get your nuts broke.
That just turns on, I think. That is very true.
Your caution's on or no?
Yes, caution's on. I just turned stages off.
Oh, I really nailed that corner entry.
Look like some of the guys online. Wall rating is a problem with this track at times.
You can really get up there and just let it be.
Yeah.
I'm coming, mother. You better hope there's not a caution.
I believe you. Oh, I'm on the apron. This could be bad. I feel like we're supposed to talk a lot more, but I'm just got razor focus right now. Oh, I just dumped someone. There's your caution. You're welcome. I just spun someone out and I was gone. Why did I do that?
Oh, you're third? Hit B. Hit B in there.
The mobile's right here. Since striking distance. Overtime. Oh. Oh, no. White flag here. Oh, I got the apron. Damn it. I'm trying to go for it here. Oh, you just spin out?
Tried to pull the dirtiest slider in history.
You got taken out in the process.
Come on, Tim. Cross the line backwards.
You gonna pull Ricky Bobby?
It was a valiant effort. Stem from qualifying.
Well, I've got to tell you, I have done this dirt racing thing a little bit more than you probably have. So I have
give me a better one. My dirt race this year ended up keeping upside down.
I just have a little bit more experience than you. I apologize.
I'm gonna piss my pants. I'll upset about it.
He'll get over it one day.
I have big news.
That Bojangles is now adding melty cheddary pimento cheese to their Cajun filet biscuit?
Yeah. Bojangles made the perfect biscuit even perfecter. How did you know?
You're eating one right now.
Good point.
2 Southern greats that taste great together. Try Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit with our new pimento cheese. Only here for a limited time. Bojangles. It's bow time, y'all.
NHRA drag racer Doug Herbert here to talk about safe driving. In early 2008, my 2 sons were killed in a car accident that was caused by speed and inexperience. After the accident, I learned that over 6,000 teenagers each year are killed in car accidents, so I formed a nonprofit organization called Brakes. Brakes stands for Be Responsible and Keep Everyone Safe. Please visit our website at putonthebrakes.org to learn more about responsible driving and what you can do to keep our roads safe.
So here at 704 Games, we got an awesome tour from Zane, the bearded one.
Yeah.
Pretty much the face of 704 Games here. You're
Yeah, I
involved in
guess.
everything.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit
Face
what
and
you got
voice.
going on.
So I'm the community manager and esports manager here at 704 Games. I handle the community side of our 200,000 plus fans, then also am a liaison for our esports with our pro league drivers and the race teams. So I kind of wear a bunch of hats within one industry.
Nice. Nice.
I got one more if you want.
Dude, I don't know. You may not get it back. I don't know if I was told I couldn't wear a hat for this, so I may get in trouble. Thank you, though.
Tyler just does what he wants.
Yeah.
Hey,
Somewhat.
Yeah.
if I had Tyler's skill, I could do what I wanted to.
Are you surprised that Tyler was the fastest today? Because I was a little bit surprised. I think you got lucky
I
in the
did.
Bristol race. I didn't qualify so good.
I mean,
you were a more worthy opponent than Greg was.
I
it
was
wasn't
not
the first
good.
time I've gotten lucky at Bristol. So.
Wow.
You know.
Are you surprised that Tyler wasn't
No.
taller?
That actually shocked me. I was like,
What?
You thought he was taller in real life?
Are you serious?
TV makes you look 6'5". What can I say?
When you're standing on the door, you've been winning when you're standing on the
Well, I
door.
just got to
Yeah.
keep standing on boxes or
There
something
you
when
go.
I'm getting interviewed.
Well, no, I actually expected him to be decent at the game because.
And he wasn't?
Well, he was decent. Well, I'm just
Wait,
saying.
I wasn't that good? Is that what
No,
you're
no,
saying?
no. You did better than I expected.
Really?
Yeah, that's because it's a
guys
brand new
freaked out.
game compared to 3 in our other games, and you have the inside track with Joey Stone for your team, who can literally be like, "Hey, man, do this, do this." He's been playing the game for over a week, so he has some good insight. And you actually,
Maybe I did get some.
maybe you
Maybe I
did.
just didn't tell you.
I'm not calling you a cheater. I'm just saying you kind of cheated.
What?
Just good preparation.
What has changed from like 3 to 4? Like, what's the biggest things that kind of stand out?
Driving model's been reworked. Tire model's been reworked. Career mode, online, everything. A lot of it's a labor of love from the community feedback. So a lot of people are asking for a better physics or driving model. Now the car doesn't feel like there's a pole in the middle of it as you turn. The weight shifts between the corners. As the race goes on, the car gets looser or tighter depending on what you want. Aero loose, aero tights there. You can side draft finally. Tire models, we got information from race teams saying this is how our cars handled at these tracks with the tire model. Atlanta was the first race we actually got that tire model information, and to see the degradation of tires really helped with this version of the game. You now feel that tire drop and that time go away as you run on those older tires.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's a lot, man. Those are like
Yeah.
the big things, and then online is really, we're coming back with season 2 of the NASCAR Heat Pro League, really putting some love and care into that side. A big feature we just announced today is online lobbies can now pause their races at any time.
Online games can pause.
Yeah, so like
I thought that was like the biggest thing ever. You couldn't.
Yeah.
You couldn't do it.
Mom, I can't play. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
stop.
I can't
I have-
stop.
I'm in the middle of a race.
or
you
we're
have to wait
trying to
on
run a
dinner.
league.
Yeah.
Like that's the biggest thing is
Yeah.
like you try to get 20 guys into a lobby in a 60-second timer, almost impossible.
Yeah.
Now you have that functionality. Then you have the any track, any series to be able to take trucks at the Glen, or my big one, trucks at the Roval. You can now do that in NASCAR Heat 4 when you couldn't do it in any other racing game.
Cool.
Yeah.
One thing that we really did today a lot was on the dirt tracks, and the dirt program has come so far from
yes.
the first one. What were some of the things that you guys implemented from version 1 of Eldora with the trucks to now to make it way more realistic?
Make it more realistic.
Yeah.
Like if you even felt compared to, we even talked about it a little bit as you guys were playing. Heat 2, Heat 3, the trucks felt, and even dirt felt like you're still driving on asphalt. Now the cars slide. They get in the corners, the back ends will kick, and you even felt it for a while. You're like, this is really rough. I'm not understanding it, and it's like you got a looser setup in you. I think you're running preset 1.
Yeah.
Went to a 7, and that car slid through the corners. Still took you a little bit to get used to the throttle control, but that's the difference. Is now you have to throw it in there, slide, get off the throttle, get back on it, and be smooth. You can't just jerk it and roll.
The dirt program was. I didn't know there's dirt late models in it, so I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, like we're both pumped. Like it's and they look real, and they handle real. Like
Yep.
I was pretty impressed by.
And
all
then you
of
got
it.
Tony Stewart in the game too.
And you got Tony Stewart, yeah.
Yeah, which is the best. He's technically the best dirt driver in the game.
But, yeah.
So
well, he has to be.
Yeah, and as a career, if you're
Well, Tyler kind of.
well,
He's
yeah,
not- he's not
Tyler
there
is
yet.
technically now the best
Or
dirt.
Kyle Larson, maybe. Yeah.
But now in career mode, you can race for Tony. He can
that's
hire
cool.
you as a driver, and you can race for his team in the career mode.
I do like the career mode, so it's like you build up from the dirt track and you can go all the way to
And this year, you can
the
change
top.
that. So let's say you're like, I just want to be Elliott Sadler and pull an Elliott Sadler career and race Xfinity. You can.
Yeah.
You can
So
start
it's like
there.
real life where you can just bring a pile
Yep.
of money and buy a ride.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
Done.
So you're saying you don't have to prove yourself at all.
It's a video game. Do you ever have to prove yourself?
Well, real life, I feel like it's the same way sometimes. Well, that's good to know. You have a pretty heavy hand in the NASCAR E-Series with the Heat. What are some of the things? I know that a lot of the teams, talking to John Wood, talking to a lot of these guys, I know at Penske we have a couple drivers.
Yep.
What are some of the things that are making this bigger and bigger every year? Because it's such a good platform. I've seen it at the racetrack when you guys do activations there and have races at the track. And just how much work do you put into that, and where's that heading?
A lot of work. That's probably, it's taking a younger generation and bringing them into NASCAR who maybe weren't around for the heydays of us of seeing, you know, late 90s to the late 90s to the early 2010s, 2012s. We saw the rise and fame of NASCAR. These guys are still getting into it, learning it. One of our drivers, HD Motorsports for Levine Family Gaming, he's been a NASCAR fan for 6 months. He is still learning the sport, but he is so passionate about the sport that it hooked him in, and he started playing this game and racing. Younger drivers, I think Tony said it best. There's a lot of kids who don't know who I am, but they will know after the end of this game, because he's been out of the sport for so long that is bringing a lot of these younger kids in and saying, hey, I want to be a professional driver. I can do this at home. The hard part is it takes skill and talent, and it's growing that stable of drivers and that stable of community members to really help grow NASCAR the sport and NASCAR the game. It almost goes hand in hand. Younger drivers, younger fans, more people in the seats, more people watching it at home.
Yeah, there's definitely a big difference of when you used to build your car.
Yep.
The kids nowadays, not so much. I mean, there's not as many grease monkeys that want to work on cars and put the time in the shop, but it's way easier to be able to get into it that way, which is a great platform.
And they're virtual grease monkeys. A lot of these guys spend a lot of time working on their setups, days in, days out, weeks in, just to be fast for one league race. We like to use the saying, watch on Sunday, race that night. We'll watch the race and try to go out and then recreate what we saw during the race that day.
That's pretty cool. What about the Twitch podcast you got going on? How do you look up that and how's that going?
Oh, the Tire Start Gathering. You can check it out every other Wednesday at 7:04 NASCAR Heat on Twitch, and it's really a combination of, I think Dale Jr. Download meets like NASCAR America or Race Day, trying to take two ideas and put them into one. So it's a podcast live stream. We just had John Wood last week. We had Keffer for JRM Motorsports, who's our esports driver, and Michael Levine came on as our pilot. And it's really just opening that bridge of video games and real NASCAR. Because a lot of us play the game, a lot of us watch the sport, and it's cool to have that interjection and giving insight to maybe what the pros do in the esports side, but also getting the idea of like talking to Tyler and be like, hey, your teams are a part of this. Your RCR, they have ERCR. Have you talked to your drivers? Give them ideas of how to be better at like tracks like Bristol. It's getting that insight that a normal kid or a normal viewer wouldn't get, because he can be like, hey man, you want to go full throttle? You should come off a 4. Trust me, it's going to stick. And then they'll be like, I did it, and it works. So it's different perspectives that people don't get.
There you go. Start helping out your team.
For real, bro.
Team.
I need those group messages.
You know, one thing I've really noticed, and maybe this is just a driver's point of view, but it really seems like with what I've played on today, the tracks that I raced at, is that the track surfaces and a lot of the surface of the racetrack seems different in the past. Would you care to touch on that?
In 4, everything's been redone for the tracks. Resurfaced, remodeled, reworked. So you didn't get to test it, but we talked about and joked about it a little bit. Auto Club this year, you feel the bumps down the backstretch. You see them. As you're going down, your car is bouncing, and you're like, is it my wheel? Is it my controller? It's like, no, that's just how the track is. So we've gone around and find that real life simulation of what the tracks are to the best of the ability on a console. But when you go race, you're going to see brand new upgrades to the looks, the physics, it's a long day, graphics of just the tracks. It's beautiful looking, and you see it in the Daytona videos, the big one. Like that's the first video we put out. And you look at the track, you're like, man, that looks like Daytona.
Yeah.
Compared to where it looked pixelated and yellow is what a lot of people use for 3. Is the game looked yellow. Now it feels like it's real.
Well, it's really cool because there's a lot of attention to detail that when I played in the game before, you know, a lot of the tracks just looked like fresh repaves, and now I could feel the bumps, I could see the little marks, the seams. You know, some more on the older tracks like Charlotte and some of the others, but a lot of that stuff was right there, and it was really cool for me to notice and pick up on those little things that
we got to show you Atlanta, because Atlanta's actually got the grooves and the ridges in the track, so you're just like, man, that's why my tires rip apart in 10 laps.
How do you become a NASCAR esports driver? What are the steps to being in the top level of that?
It's a lot of things, right? I can't give you one path because it depends on what your team wants. Some guys were drafted based off content and skills. Some guys were drafted purely off the skill itself. All I can say is, you know, be a positive driver, be a shining member of your community, go out there, race as hard as you can, build setups, and then worry about your social media. Once again, you're sitting right here. You can talk about that more than I can, of you are in the spotlight at that point. When you become an esports driver for the NASCAR Heat Pro League, you're not just representing yourself, you're representing your team, you're representing NASCAR, you're representing the league itself. So it's a group of things you need to do. But all in all, be a good driver and actually learn how to engage and react with people, because if you're a jerk, no one's going to really run with you, even if you're fast. Shane Meal is a point I like to use in that.
Oh, man. Oh, dear.
Don't be a jerk.
Oh.
Hey, don't flip off Dale Jarrett and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Perfect.
Well, we really appreciate you having us here today, showing us around, and then just getting to check out this cool spot. You guys are in a great location.
Thank you.
And we're excited to play the game when it comes out.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to come back anytime. We got the simulator set up. You can come hang out in the digital lounge.
I'm down.
Hopefully you guys will come on the tire side one time and we'll cause some little chaos.
One last time, when does the game officially hit?
September 10th will be Gold Access, so if you did the Jeff Gordon Gold Edition, you get 3 days early access on September 10th. On September 13th will be the worldwide release, so everyone who's got the Standard Edition will be able to jump in and play.
Heck yeah, go check it out.
Awesome.